This conversation is a continuation from last week's message, too legit to quit, the will to win. I shared with you last week the conversation of LeBron James leaving his team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, to go and play for Miami, the Miami Heat, to learn how to win a championship. He didn't know how to close the deal. And a lot of us, we think that that's just simply time, if you will, to just one place and just keep your head down and keep on moving. Well, that could take place. But most of the time, it takes someone who knows how to win to teach you how to win, to teach you how to close the deal. Jesus came to teach all of us how to close the deal. Are you listening? He's got a blueprint for us. He's laid down a template. Are we following in his footsteps? You have to ask yourself the question that we did last week. Do you know how to win? We all like to win now. Don't get me wrong. We all love winning. But do you know how to win? That's very important. We think things just will happen sporadically or things just will be spontaneous. No. Winning, it's a culture. It takes time. It's a discipline, if you will. And so LeBron had to leave to go get that discipline, to bring it back to Cleveland to win a championship in Cleveland. Go with me to the book of Mark, Apostle Mark chapter 8, verse 34 through 38. I told you last week also that we win in the end. And I told you, if you want to go back and check on that, go read the book of Revelation, especially Revelation chapter 20. The Lord shares with us exactly how we win. We live in a world, though. We live in a time where we're indoctrinated with winning. I mean, winning at all costs. Winning even at the cost of losing who you are. Have you ever had some friends make this statement to you? We don't even know you anymore. I mean, your spouse make the statement, who are you? Who have you become? Some of us take winning to a level to where it becomes abusive, to where you're abusing your spouse, where you're abusing your children, and not physical, but just verbally or just mentally. Like I said, we all want to win, but not at the cost of losing everything. We are getting to a point where we're losing our faith in God. That's what winning is doing to you. You think you've done it on your own. No, you didn't. You had some help. But you can get so big, you can get so full of yourself that you think it's all about you. We even have the need to win every conversation. Have you been talking with your friends like that? No matter what you're talking about, it turns into a debate. I mean, the conversation is no more than 2 minutes. That's all it should be. But you find yourself being on the phone or talking with them for 2 hours because you can't be wrong and that person can't be wrong and that person can't be right and you can't be right. So you're debating over who's right and wrong. And you're going nick for nack, if you will. And you're eroding away the fiber of your relationship over foolishness. There's only one truth in any conversation. There's only one truth. And you both have your different opinions about that truth. That's okay. But to lose friendship, to lose loved ones over a conversation of who's winning and who's losing, everyone loves a winner. I mean, everyone desires to win. God has never quit on his creation. Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. I mean, when you look at it, you and I, we're a chip off the old block. We are. We're that apple, if you will, that don't fall too far from the tree. So we're born winners. We're born winners. This message is titled, It's a Thin Line Between Winning and Quitting. It's a thin line between winning and quitting. Jesus is teaching us how to win, how to close the deal. I've created a scale, if you will, for this message. I want you to see where you are on this scale. And within this scale, we're talking about winning, we're talking about losing, and we're talking about quitting. Where are you on this scale? So as I go through this message, I want you to see yourself. Where are you? Where have you been? Where are you projecting yourself to be on this scale of winning, losing, and quitting? So we're going to start with the W and just use your imagination. We're going to have an L springing from this W, if you will. And of course, we have that big, what I call the big donut, the Q on the end, quit. I pray you don't fall into that column. But that's where a bunch of us are headed if we're not careful. Go with me to the book of Mark, Apostle Mark chapter 8, verse 34 to 38. Jesus is speaking to the people and also with the disciples. Verse 34 reads like this. And when he had called the people unto him, with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. Verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? 37. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Now let me give you a few definitions before I move forward. The word deny. We're going back up to verse 34. The word deny just simply means, watch this, refuse. There's a lengthy definition. I'm just giving you one word, refuse. Stay with that, pin that. And then the word cross in verse 34. Simply being presented to you, put aside your selfish desires. That's the only way you can carry your own cross. You've got to put aside your selfish desires. It's not about you. And the word follow. It says, follow God's will for your life, not yours. Oh, you have one, but you best believe it. It's jacked up. Follow God's will for your life. Follow God's will for your life. Let's go back up to verse 34 real quick. Let me read that B clause. Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself. Before we get there, whosoever will come after me, Jesus is saying, don't get in front of me. He's positioning you where you should be. He's giving you direction. Get in line. Whosoever come after me, not whosoever come before me. You see, that's why Adam and Eve got it twisted in the garden. They tried to get in front of him. They tried to be like him. No. Whosoever come after me, get in place. Get in your proper place. Let him deny himself. Are you denying yourself? Have you ever denied yourself? It's a thin line between winning and quitting. You have to understand that Jesus is cheering you on. He's the biggest champion for you. He's pulling for you. Are you pulling for yourself, though? Jesus came so that we might live in him and with him. That's what he came for, as he prepares the way for all of us to win in life and also to win in death. The first thing you must do is to say no to yourself and yes to him. That's what verse 34 is telling us. Have you ever given yourself totally, I do mean completely, over to Jesus? Have you just laid down and said, God, I'm all yours? Have you ever done, and meant it? We say a lot of words and we go through a lot of dramatic, if you will, illustrations, but have you ever just given your heart to him without any conditions? That's what Jesus is sharing with us. You're going to have to deny yourself, pick up your cross, and follow him. Let me tell you something. You know real quick if you've ever done this before, because if you have what I call that walking on water moment with Jesus, like Peter did. Yes, you have that kind of moment. Something clicks. Something just empowers you to feel like you can conquer the world. That's the winning spirit you need. It's within him, not outside of him. That's what makes you feel like you can conquer almost anything. Peter walked on the water. I don't know who had a better winning spirit than Peter walking on water. Have you heard of anyone walking on water lately? I don't think so. A winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. We are living in a time where quitting has become the norm. Now follow me here. When you look at the statistics about quitting, and the reason I want to really harp on this real strong is because I see where we're headed. I mean, we're quitting in life on so many things. Over 1,700 pastors, listen to me carefully. Over 1,700 pastors, not preachers, pastors, not evangelists, pastors. Over 1,700 pastors left the ministry every month last year. That's 20,000 pastors, leaders, head of the church. 20,000 have walked away, have quit. I told you, it's a thin line between winning and quitting. Now, we won't know all the reasons why, but that's a lot of pastors walking away. Approximately 11.7 million Christians leave the church every year, quit the church every year. We have some issues. We have a problem. We're not winning in this race. 20,000 pastors leaving, 11.7 million believers leaving, Christians. Approximately 876,000 divorces took place last year. 876,000 individuals decided to quit on one another and quit on what God put together, the institution of marriage. Jesus. 1.2 million students, high school students, dropped out of school last year. 1.2 million individuals are walking around uneducated. 1.2 million, well, it's more than that, but let me just stay with the numbers. 1.2 million students, high school students, decided to quit on their education. Now, in 2019, the month of August was a ridiculous month. 4.4 million people quit their jobs. Did you hear what I just said? 4.4 million people quit their jobs. And in 2020, this is a number that I just really hate to give out, but I'm going to give it out to you. This just really gets to me because I have a heart for our children. But in 2020, 19.7 million children live in an absentee fatherless home. Almost 20 million. 20 million children live in an absentee fatherless home. That just breaks my heart. That should break everyone's heart. That many fathers are walking away, quitting on their family. So if you quit on me, doesn't that make me feel like a quitter also? You see what's happening? That's what's happening. It's a domino effect. More than 44,000 individuals committed suicide in 2020. 44,000, almost 45,000. Your friends, your family members, mine, gave up on it, quit on life without getting to the end to see what the end was going to be. Wow. That's where we are. Yes, well, what started all this, Donnie? Well, of course, Lucifer, Satan started all this. I mean, he quit up in heaven on God. And then Adam and Eve quit in the garden. And then Cain quit. I mean, it just kept going, and now it's to you and I. And we're quitting as if it's something pleasant to be doing. Now, follow me here. This scale that we're on, because we all want to be winners. And so just focus with me for a moment. We all want to be winners. And the Lord is telling us to deny yourself. First of all, he said, come after him. Let's get that straight. Deny yourself. And then he says, pick up your own cross. Yes, you have to let that stuff go. You can't be selfish with this thing. You got to let that go. Let your desires go. And then he says, follow him. Now, I don't know about you, but we look at the word denial, which it means to refuse. We look at that word and we just keep on moving. Okay, I deny myself. No, it's not that easy. It will never be that easy. You have to deny yourself every single day, every moment of the day. Peter walked on water for a moment, just for a few seconds, if you will, nanoseconds, and then he began to sink. You have to continually deny yourself, deny this flesh. This flesh will drown within itself. This flesh will do some crazy things if you're not denying it 24/7. So when you say, oh, I deny myself, I know how to pick up my cross. Well, hold on. Don't run so fast. Think about it. It's hard. It's challenging. I know it. Believe me. I'm with you. It's tough to deny this flesh 24/7. To deny myself. I think hey, come on, I'm the man. You're the woman. Come on, we got it going on. How am I going to deny myself? I mean, I got it going on. I can do some things. Well, you can, but what Jesus is telling you, don't do it without him. Stay in with him. Yeah, let him stay inside of you. Don't run out here without him. A bunch of us are leaving without him. And he said, hold up. Deny yourself. Denying yourself is a big thing. It's where you put on your, what I call your big boy pants. I'm just saying, you put on your big girl pants, if you will. And you deny yourself. You deny yourself. You get out the way and you let God get in the way. That's what you do. That's what we all should be doing. Don't get in front of Jesus. Now watch this. Verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake in the gospel, the same shall save it. Did you hear that? It's like, hold up, back it up, Lord. Let me tell you what God is saying. At your job, you've been there for 20 years. And you haven't been instrumental for 20 years. You just start picking up a paycheck. You know the job, you can do it blindfolded. You just know it so well. It's just a part of who you, and you're a part of it. And so you could do it, and you know you should be leaving. You should have left a long time ago because you're just in someone else's position now. But since you get a paycheck, you just sit there on it. You don't go ahead and move on and do something different to see what God is going to do for you. You stay there and receive a paycheck. That's you in the way of progress. For whosoever will save his life, see, you're saving your job, shall lose it. So in the end, you're going to lose it because you're going to realize that you didn't do some things that you should have been doing. You could be wealthy, you could be healthier, you could open up doors, you could open up your own company. But since you saved your job, you're going to lose it. And what I mean is your work, the gift that God has inside of you. That job pays you. Your gift praises God. That's what you're going to lose. Shall lose his life for my sake in the gospel. The same shall save it. God says, you got to get up out of here. Go find what I've got for you so you can save yourself. You can save your family. You can have that winning spirit, that winning attitude. 36, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own? So let me just kind of do this real fast here. This scale that I built for you, I don't have pencil and paper, so just use your imagination. But there's a scale, and it's a W for the win column. It's an L for the losing column. It's a Q for the quit column, okay? Just follow me real quickly. In life, every single day that you wake up, you jump up, you wake up, and so you're winning because you're up. Yes, you're up, you're woke, you're still on the face of the earth. And so you're winning. And so we're coming down making this W. You know, it's a line. When you make a W, it's a line. You come down and you make a W. You don't make a W. Well, that line that you're coming on, you're progressing down. It's not that you're going down. It's just that you're living life. There are things that happen in life. Everything is not a win-win situation. You realize that, right? Everything is not a win-win situation. In life, you're going to bump your head. You're going to get your heart broken. Just think about the last time your heart was broken. Think about the last time someone said something about you that just really destroyed you. See, that's life, but you're still living, you're still moving. You're still trying to win. And then there's sometimes you get promotions and there are things that's going your way and you're happy. You got a new car, you have a new house. I mean, those are some things that inspire you. Things are moving in the right direction for you. But then all of a sudden something happens. There's loss. Yes, there's loss. Now, let me make this real clear. Just because you lose something or you lose a game, you lose a house, you lose a car, that don't mean you're a loser. No. You see, sometimes we have to lose in order to learn how to win, how to come back, how to snap back, how to take a licking and keep on ticking. That's what we have to do. Everything is not going to be hunky-dory. Everything is not going to be peachy. No, some things are going to slap you right in the back of your head. Some things are going to make you say, uncle. Some things are going to make you cry at night. Your children, loose in the city. Oh, what a pity. Yeah, your children will make you cry, make you stay up at night, all night. It's to be on your knees praying. See, that's this. Here, we're trying to make this W, okay? We're trying to make this W. We're still in this line. And so on this line, you have to be motivating. You have to be encouraging. You have to be inspiring. Yes. You have to do that sometimes just for yourself, not for everybody around you. Sometimes you have to speak to yourself. I pray that you know how to speak to yourself as you're drawing your line to win in life. So this kind of reminds me of two stories in the Bible. One was with King Saul and David, and the other one was with Elijah and Jezebel. You remember the story of King Saul and David? They went out to battle, and when they came back to town, the women were singing this song that King Saul had killed 1,000, but David had killed 10,000. They put a number to it. Be careful letting people put a number to it, because when people start counting, they start counting on the things they're counting, and they discount the God who gave them to count in the first place. Did you hear what I just said? That's what they were doing. And so it got into King Saul's spirit, and he was ticked off because he's the king after all. And so really the battle is his. He's the king, so whatever they won, they won. But he couldn't get out of the rage he was in because they provoked him. Be careful allowing women to provoke you, allowing men to provoke you. Be careful allowing the voices on the outside of you come into the inside of you. He didn't put up a shield like he was putting up while he was fighting in the battle. No, no, no. He let it seep in. I've been told before that what's in you will come out of you, so it was already inside of him. They just pulled it on out. He tried to kill David, so David ran away. Same story. Jezebel and the prophet Elijah. Elijah challenged Jezebel's prophets. He had 450 of them. Boy, I'm telling you, 450 prophets against just Elijah. Elijah has the real thing, though, like Coca-Cola. No. Coke ain't the real thing. Jesus Christ is the real thing. Elijah had God on his side. He had the real thing. So he challenged her 450 prophets. And he told them, if you could bring fire down from heaven and burn up this bullock, then guess what? Hey, y'all be the man. But Elijah knew that their God wasn't real. So he mocked them. Elijah put down 12 stones representing the nation of Israel. He put down those 12 stones and he asked the Lord to send down fire, and it burned up everything. And so from that point, Elijah killed all 450 prophets. Watch this, watch this. A glorious moment. Like King Saul, a glorious moment, just defeated the enemy. But Jezebel heard the story. She sent a messenger. Watch this. Most messengers in the Bible, when you read it, it's angels coming to give you news. Well, guess what? There's demonic messengers as well. Jezebel sent one of her demonic messengers and told Elijah, the prophet Elijah, I'm coming to kill you. That boy got out of town so fast. It was like a one-way ticket. He was headed out. I mean, he was running faster than Usain Bolt. Elijah was on foot moving. The prophet Elijah, who had just defeated 450 prophets. He's running, scared for his life, hiding. As a matter of fact, he gets to the point, he tells God, just go ahead and let me die. Let me die. What am I saying here? God was showing me that he will put you on this winning course. This is this W. And he will take you along the way. And watch how the W formed itself. It goes up, and then it comes back down again. See, God is taking you on this journey. And as you have him with you, you're on this journey, and this line is being drawn. And God he's giving you all these qualities and attributes, and you're being blessed along the way. And you've got some sorrows and some heartaches. And then you kind of go up a little bit, like, you're headed up. I mean, it's just like you're headed up for promotions, for great things in life. And you are. And then you take a dip down to make that W. You take a dip down, and when you take that dip down, this is where God is saying, I'm going to make sure that you understand there's a thin line of humility that I have to give you to ensure that you know it wasn't you by yourself. David, King Saul, Prophet Elijah. It wasn't just you. I'm going to put something on the inside of you. I'm going to have something to chase you, to make sure that you fear me, that you respect me. That when I step in and help you win, guess what? It was me doing the doing. It wasn't you doing the doing by yourself. You see, Elijah was smelling himself. And if he wasn't careful, he'd think it was all him. But he knew it was all God. But God will wake us up. God will make sure that we're humble and meek. Yes, in the midst of being victorious. It is a beautiful thing to win. But do you give God the glory, the complete glory? Or do you take it for yourself? Do you get your trophy and go home and put it up on the shelf and you're always looking at it saying, woe is me, shining it, polishing it? Or do you give it to God? You won this for me, and I just thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Most of us don't do that. No, it's all about patting me on the back. Come on, I'm the man. I'm the one man. You want God to be with you as he was with Moses, keeping you grounded. Yes, keeping you focused for this journey ahead. That's just one defeat. That's just one victory. There's more coming. You see, at the bottom of this line, it's so important of making this W, trying to make this win as we go up and come back down again. Being humbled, yes, being mentored. And before we go up again, guess what? Some of you are doing what I call your flatlining. You've been spoken to so much by your family, by your mama, by your daddy, by your friends, and you've been told that you are a loser in life. No. Just because you lost, I'm telling you, you're not a loser. As a matter of fact, sometimes losing, watch this, losing is kind of disguised in favor. propelling you to the next level of your promise, of your blessing. Did you hear what I just said? Sometimes losing is wrapped up. Yes, it's wrapped up in favor, propelling you. Yeah, promoting you for the blessing that's coming for you. But you've got to stay in the race. Don't quit the race. You see, here's this W coming down, the status. And if you're not careful, you'll flatline. You'll flatline. It's like your EKG. It's like your heart stopped moving. Your heart stopped beating. You'll flatline. You'll quit. Don't quit. This race is too important for you, for your children, for your family, for your peers. Don't quit. Keep moving. Yes, take a licking and keep on ticking. Make this W. Yeah, complete the mission. I told you the thin line between winning and quitting. And so many of you are quitting. You're quitting on yourself. You're quitting on your family. You're quitting in your relationships. When was the last time you quit something? Think about it. How many times have you told yourself that you're going to stay out of your children's marriage? And how many times have you quit that plan? How many times have you told yourself that you're going back to school to finish your education? And how many times have you quit that plan? How many times have you started a diet, a health plan, and before you know it, you quit that plan? How many times have you told yourself that you were going to start saving and stop spending so much to get yourself out of debt? And how many times have you found yourself quitting that plan? You've got more credit cards. You've got more debt. How many times have you told yourself that you're going to stop smoking and you quit that plan? How many times have you told yourself that you're going to give your life to Jesus Christ this year, and you found yourself being so busy that you quit that plan as well? You quit that thought. We have become a nation of quitters because we look at losing as quitting, when losing is just simply building character. It's building confidence. It's building courage. It's building discipline. It's building integrity. It's building meekness and humility. It's preparing you to become a graceful winner. That's what losing is. It's not that you're a loser. It's that you just lost some things in life. And along the way, you've been building yourself to be better. I told you, denying yourself would be one of the hardest things you will ever do in your entire life. Yes. The biggest fight is with you. It's with yourself. You see, this flesh desires to pleasure itself. Therefore, it will fight you. It will fight you 24/7. Think about this. Every pro athlete, every Olympian, every top elite athlete has to deny themselves some pleasures. They can't drink, they can't smoke, they can't eat all that fatty food. They have to deny themselves. Their body is their tool. It's the vehicle that moves and makes them their money. And so they have to be in shape. Are you in shape for this journey? Are you trying to win? Or did you just give up and throw in the towel and go ahead and take the loss? I pray that you know it's time for you to put your winning shoes on. Put your dancing shoes on. Sometimes you have to lose in order to find yourself. Sometimes it's like being blind and following someone that you've never seen before. Jesus. You never heard his voice before. Jesus. But you know he exists. You know he's there. Your instincts telling you that it's going to be worth it. So you have a choice. Do you quit or do you go for the win and the blind? It's like that game show. You've got this prize, what I call Jesus Christ. You've got this prize, but they tell you, well, door number one, though, you could turn it in for door number one, and you don't know what's behind door number one, but you could try it. And some of you are bargaining with your salvation. Some of you are picking door number one. You already have the best thing that you could ever have, Jesus Christ, in your life. And some of us are quitting and turning him in. Don't ever quit. A quitter never wins. Never. And a winner never quits. I'm going to flip it for you. You realize when you get baptized, you're submerged in water. You're submerged in water. And they say that you go down as that old creature, that old man, that old nature you have. You leave it there in that water, and you come up as a representation of a new creature in Jesus Christ. That's what you do. Well, on this line, when you're winning, guess what? You got to submerge some things and leave it there. You got to leave some things in that water. You got to leave some things in your past. Your past is your past. Don't bring it to your future. It will ruin your future. It will ruin everything around you. Bury it and let it curry itself with the flow of the river. Don't bring it back with you. Yes, submerge it. Let it go. Yeah, baptize yourself. Get baptized. Baptize all that stuff and let it go. And come up anew, afresh. Come up in the winning column. It's okay to lose some things. It's okay to lose a game, a point, whatever it is. It's okay to lose some stuff. A house, a car. It's okay to lose some stuff. We're going to lose some stuff. Losses in life just happen. We will lose some family and friends. We will along the way. But you don't stop. You don't quit. You keep on moving. You keep on grooving. Come on. You know it's God. When losing become winning and winning become losing, God says, deny yourself, pick up your cross and follow me. For those who try to save their life, they will lose their life. And for those who lose their life will save their life. That's nothing but God. God is flipping it. God is like golf. Everything is opposite. But it's so clear. It's so precise. God has never quit on you. And so don't you start quitting on him. Some of you are looking at me and saying, well, Donnie, I've never quit on anything in my life. Well, hold on. Be careful. Is it possible that you never started anything in your life? It's hard to quit something you've never started. So what would you mean, Donnie? Well, I just told you. On a job for 10, 20 years, and you know that's not where you should be. That's you quitting on you. No, move. Go and get into your gifts, into your work that God has for you. That's what you should be doing. You're quitting. Men, I'm telling you, women, don't quit on your marriage. No, we got too many quitters. I told you all the statistics. Don't quit on your children. Don't quit on your education. Don't quit on yourself. No. Please don't quit on your dreams. And don't quit on your faith in God. Keep your hope alive. Keep moving forward. Where's your marriage on this scale of winning? Where's your marriage? Where are you in progress on this scale? Have you divorced? Are you losing? Have you lost already? You see, have you quit? I pray you're not quitting. I told you it's a thin line between winning and quitting. All it takes is for one bad thing to happen and you just give up. You see, keep in mind, bad things happen to good people. But if you just get yourself back up again, guess what? You can flow again. But don't quit. No, don't throw in the towel. No. Get yourself back up again. Have you ever thought about it that Satan knows how important you are? Therefore, he's pushing every button he can. It's like, somebody picks on your little child, daddy, 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 and it's just nagging at you, or how mosquitoes in your ear and just zzz. That's what Satan is doing. He's pushing every button, trying to get you to quit. Yeah. Quit on life, quit your job, quit on your family. He's trying to get you to quit your relationship with Jesus Christ. Satan is pushing buttons behind the scene. Don't let him push your button. No. He's already lost, and he's trying to make you quit just like he did in heaven. Don't be a quitter like him. No. Stand up. It's amazing when you listen to the story about Satan and Job. He came to God, and God asked him, have you considered my servant Job? And Satan started making every excuse in the book. You got this hedge around him. You protect him. You got all this. I want to be like Job from that essence. I want to know that I've got some stuff around me where Satan is thinking about not even messing with me. You see that? Job's a bad man. I pray that you're a bad man. I pray that you're a bad woman. I pray that you've got something down on the inside of you, that you refuse to quit on God. You refuse to quit on yourself. Millennials, stop quitting in life. Yes. Get yourself together. All of you. Stop going from job to job to job to job to job to job. There's going to be a price to pay as you get older. Stand strong. Be on the winning team. Find your career path. Yes, okay. I'm okay with you trying to find it. Find it, though. Latch onto it and stop flatlining. Yes, stop losing. Because losing begets quitting. And we don't need a bunch of quitters on this line. Let me close with this. As parents, we have to own up to, we have to admit that we quit. We all quit on Proverbs 13 and 24. You say, well, hold on, what's that? You're searching through your Bible right now, right? Let me tell you what it is. He that spares the rod hates his son, but he that loves him chaseth him early. We've decided that God made a mistake. Somehow we bought into the world system. Well, God, no, you made a mistake on this one. I mean, we're not going to be whooping our children because, I'm not going to be spanking and disciplining my children like that because that's not right. I don't feel that's the right thing. I think we got something better now. You think you got something better than God? God told you if you spare that rod, you're going to spoil that child and you're going to have hell on your hands. And guess what? We have hell on our hands right now. Because we spoiled all these children. We spoiled them rotten. We decided to use the world system for raising our children. And we are paying for it every single day. It's a thin line between winning and losing. The W is what you're shooting for. We will take some losses along the way, but never quit. Stay in the race because you're fit for it, because Jesus has said so. He gave his life for yours so that you could finish your course. I pray that you realize that God has never quit on his creation. On the scale to win. I pray that you fall on the winning side, that you never lose and that you never quit, or you never become a loser and a quitter. Let us make man in our image and after our likeness. I told you we'll chip off the old block. We're that apple that don't fall too far from the tree. Don't forget Romans 10 and 9. Remember the book of Revelation as well, chapter 20, that in the end we win if we accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. By confessing with our mouth that Jesus is Lord and believing in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, you too shall be saved. That's a win worth shouting about. Be blessed and remember that God is God.